Dale Earnhardt Jr. to the lead. Bobby Hamilton shuffled back a couple of car lengths to the outside. Less than 50 miles to go. Tony Stewart and Bobby Labonte tag teaming their way. The Joe Gibbs Racing teammates up that inside line of cars.
And this is about the time of the race here where you start getting your spotter to start working and finding guys that will work with you for the end of the race. Now is when you're starting to look for your dancing partner, so to speak. Say, let's stick together and go to the front.
They're pushing Michael Waltrip's car behind the wall. As they will end. How about those Joe Gibbs cars, Dave?
Tony Stewart finished second in the spring here, so that strategy does work. I checked with Greg Zipadelli's crew chief. They changed 4 tires on this last stop and did put fuel in it, and he said the car was very well balanced all day long. As we said before, Tony was just hanging back and waiting until now to race, and he thinks he has a car that can win.
Looks like Junior's going to be awfully hard to beat.
Matt Kenseth, Bobby Hamilton. This is for 4th. Looking back from Johnny Benson's car. This is a brand new race car that Johnny Benson's team brought here. Qualified far better than they thought. Started in 4th position, dropped back early in the race. It's go time now. Matt Yoakum.
I spoke with James Ince, Johnny Benson's crew chief. I said, why'd you take on 4 tires? He says, well, when you look at our history, we lost the Daytona 500 in 1999 because we took on no tires. We lost the Pepsi 400 at Daytona last year because we took on 2 tires. We were not going to take a chance, so we took 4 tires. And this is a brand new race car. What a way to christen it if Johnny could pick up his first win.
4 times so far this season, a driver has scored his first NASCAR Winston Cup win. Michael Waltrip, Kevin Harvick, Elliott Sadler, and last week at Martinsville, Ricky Craven. Benson runs 3rd.
Stewart is trying everything he can. As soon as he clears that 55, I wouldn't be surprised to see him move up to that top lane. He tried to crowd the 55 off the bottom lane there. He tried moving up on the 55, but he wasn't having any of it.
He's kind of boxed in.
Yep.
As long as Hamilton keeps him pinned down, he can't go anyplace.
It looks like the 17 car might be a little bit loose getting that last corner there.
And you can see these cars moving around. You say, isn't that uncomfortable to the drivers? Yes, it's very uncomfortable because you can feel it when these cars start moving around.
Dale Earnhardt Jr. has led 57 of the 175 laps that have been run so far today. He has had the dominant car. He's been right up the front of the pack all race long. We heard the report from pit road earlier how even after his dominating win in the Pepsi 400 at Daytona, the Dale Earnhardt Incorporated team went back to work on their engines to bring further increased horsepower here. I guess if they felt they needed validation from their Pepsi 400 win after some people threw around the fix word.
See Kyle Petty up there in the 45 car very high. Something has happened to Kyle's car. He has now gone 1 lap down to this group of cars.
Jeff Burton, haven't talked about him a whole lot, but he's started in the back, deep in the field. 33rd place. They had to fix the left front fender on his car after the happy hour crash yesterday. He got up to the front of the pack early in the race.
I'll tell you what, another guy that's done a great job the last few laps is Joe Nemechek on that last caution plane. They came in early, replaced a faulty shock absorber on the left front. And Nemechek has worked his way back up to the 10th position.
Marty.
Hey guys, look who I found in Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s pits. I think Wilson is afraid of these high speeds and all this close racing here at Talladega. Wilson has been evicted from the car. He now sits on the pit box. Too much bad luck, they said. So Dale Jr. said, get it out of the car, put it on the pit box. Maybe it'll change our luck this week. And looks like it might be working out pretty good for these guys.
If you're not familiar, Dale Earnhardt Jr. carried Wilson, the volleyball from the movie Castaway, with him to a couple of victories. At Dover, he had it on board and won the race, right?
That was the first time that he took Wilson for a ride, and they pulled off the win.
I said a couple of victories. To that one victory, then he had him on board the next week, and things didn't work quite as well.
11 to go, 11.
Ten laps to go next time. When that last time by, when Dale Jr. was going down the backstretch when we were getting Marty's report, he's waving at Jeff Burton behind him.
Yeah, he's just waving, come on, stay with me, let's go. Let's get away from those guys. You're about to find out who your friends are here.
And Bobby Hamilton in that very, very fast Scraggy car number 55 cannot make it go on the outside.
Now, Tony Stewart has cleared Hamilton. You said wouldn't be surprised to see him jump to the outside. Problem for him is his drafting partner, Bobby Labonte, can't clear Hamilton.
Right. He's got to wait till the 18 car gets behind him before Tony can make any kind of a move. Unless the 17 makes a move, he'll follow 17. But I think it looks like the 20 car is quicker than the 17 of Matt Pence's car.
Dave Burns.
Just checked in Bobby Labonte's pit. Bobby came on the radio and said, tell me when there's 5 laps to go. I want to be in the middle.
Well, there's somebody that likes the middle, BP.
Wow.
Marty?
And guys, Jeff Gordon said the same thing. He actually said it before the race. He told Robbie Loomis, his crew chief, when it comes down to it, I want to be in the middle, find my way to the middle, because I think that will be the lane that will move.
I talked to Mike Wallace this morning down at the garage, and he said the same thing about the middle lane with the cars configured the way they are, seeming to be the one that always moves. Bill?
Alan, remember here in April, it was Bobby Hamilton that came charging from the back to win a la Earnhardt. Now, desperately needing to catch up with that pack in front of him, but several drivers waiting for the 55 to do something. That's the car they want to latch on to.
And I think they're right. That's the only car that they're going to have a chance to get by the 8 car. Then once they're by the 8 car, then it's going to be a free-for-all. But it's going to be real tough to do that with these 5 or 6 cars behind Dale Jr. lined up.
With the laps running out, Bobby Hamilton had to get down in that inside lane and fill that drafting hole. Now things are going to get interesting. The line is closed. Who's going to be the first one to break out and make the move to the outside among this lead group? 8 laps to go.
Well, I'll tell you, they need to hurry, because if that other line gets up next to him, the one that Kenny Wallace is leading, they're not going to have a chance to make a move.
There goes Tony Stewart and Bobby Hamilton. They've moved up high.
Stewart bails back out to the inside. Was he just trying to shake Hamilton and get Bobby up behind him?
Could be.
If he did, it worked. Now the 2 Gibbs cars are together. You got 2 Roush cars up there, Kenseth and Burton. Dale Jr.'s all alone. He lost his drafting partner when Michael Waltrip went out of the race. Kenny Wallace, there in the yellow car, hung back in traffic. Here comes Stewart, outside of Kenseth.
And Bobby Labonte quickly jumped on the back bumper of his teammate.
Now, if I'm the 99, I'm going to jump out right now, right in front of that 20 car, and let the 20 car push me by the 8 car.
Tony Stewart rode around at the back of the pack all race long, hoping to avoid the big wreck. Now in the final laps, he's on the charge. Racing Benson for 3rd. Now to the outside of Burton for 2nd.
Protect the top side. Still clear up.
Dale Jr. moves to block.
And Hamilton is in the middle. Is that the spot to be?